People have been obsessed with butts for centuries. From the exaggerated bustles of the Victorian era to the bodycon era of the 2010s, the way we see and style butts has always been influenced by fashion. But have you ever put on an outfit and felt like your butt looked completely different? Maybe your jeans made it disappear, or a dress emphasized it way more than you expected. That's because clothes don't just cover your body, they sculpt it. This video is all about how to intentionally use fashion to highlight or camouflage your butt, depending on what you want to achieve. Because when you understand how fabric, fit, and silhouette work together, you're in control of how your body is perceived. So before we get into the details, let's break down the fundamentals. The way your butt appears in clothing isn't just about its actual size or shape. It's really about how fabric and structure interact with it. For example, A-line skirts create volume. Bodycon dresses hug every curve. Even strategic gathers, pleats, and flares can either add or remove emphasis. So whether you feel like your butt is too flat, too dull, or just not quite how you want it to look in clothes, the key is knowing what shapes and details work in your favor. Now, if you feel like your butt is too prominent in certain outfits and you'd rather minimize it, here's what works. Technique number 1, use vertical detailing. To create some fullness at the back to cover up the butt, add vertical detailing that draws the eye away from the butt. The vertical lines immediately break up the width, making the area appear more streamlined. Next, choose flared skirts over fitted ones. The soft pleating found in these skirts add vertical and slightly diagonal lines that break up the width. The extra volume at the bottom of the skirt also balances proportions. The third technique is to go for unstructured jackets. A long, lightweight, unstructured jacket will skim over the area instead of hugging it. Next, opt for diagonal lines. Jackets with a peplum or a diagonal seam at the bottom visually slim the area. This is because the diagonal line at the bottom of the jacket optically diminishes the size of the butt. Lastly, divert attention upwards. Statement accessories or structured shoulders pull the focus away from the lower body. For example, you can fill in the area above the full butt with fabrics such as a gathered bow or tie. Essentially, the goal is to soften the curve by using fabrics and breaking up the silhouette. On the flip side, if you want to emphasize your curves and make your butt a statement feature, here's what works. The first technique is to wear fitted silhouettes. This includes dresses that fit tightly over the butt and dresses that fit snugly over the butt. It also helps to flare the skirt out below for balance. The larger the butt, the more important it is to balance it with a full hairdo, a hat, or a full wide collar. The next technique is to create eye-catching interest at or around the butt. Doing this can easily draw more attention there. This includes a belt or a seam at the widest part of the hips, or gathers above the butt. Lastly, repeat the curve elsewhere. Simply repeat the line of the butt curve in the construction of the dress. The key here is intentional framing. You want to balance the silhouette while making sure the attention is focused exactly where you want it. However, if you feel like your butt looks too flat in clothes and you want to add some dimension, here's how to do it. The first technique is to create fullness at the back. This helps to create space over the flat butt with fullness in the top or skirt. Next, create small gathers at the back and place eye-catching details elsewhere. Also, opt for structured skirts or pants. Soft drapes can sometimes flatten, but a tailored fit with intentional volume enhances. Another technique is to use contrasting textures. A textured fabric like tweed or ruching adds depth where a smooth fabric wouldn't. Lastly, choose the right pocket statement. Higher placed, larger pockets create an illusion of lift and volume. The goal with these techniques is to create the illusion of a rounder shape using strategic volume and structure. Now, not everyone wants to create the illusion of volume. If you actually prefer a sleeker, straighter silhouette, you can lean into the flatness intentionally. To do this, the first technique is to wear slim skirts. You can even flare out the skirt at the bottom to make the butt appear even smaller. Next, wear straight stripes. When the stripes remain straight, it actually emphasizes the flatness of the butt. Also, tight-fitting skirts with stripes will work best. The next technique is to emphasize clean lines. Try to avoid unnecessary volume. Instead, focus on elongating the figure. Lastly, use flat design. Copy the flatness of the butt with flat design in the skirt or dress. All these techniques work best, especially in minimalist fashion, where the emphasis is on structure rather than curves. At the end of the day, fashion is about choice. Whether you want to emphasize or downplay your features, the power is in your hands. And when you understand how clothing interacts with your body, you are the one in full control of how the world sees you. So whether you're playing up your curves or embracing a sleek, straight look, remember, your style should always be on your terms. If you found this helpful, it would mean so much if you could give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this.